Hello, Brian King here, ADHD Success Coach. I want to talk about the topic of self-disclosure, which is basically letting people know that you have some kind of a challenge, disability, whatever you want to refer to it as, whether it be physical, upon somebody hasn't met you yet, so you want to let them know, hey, by the way, I'm coming in a wheelchair, is this accessible, so on. But what I'm really want to focus on here are the invisible disabilities, the things like Asperger's, ADHD, dyslexia, where looking at you, you appear normal, as though you have no problems. That's something that's been said to me a couple times when I've disclosed my ADHD and my dyslexia or something else. Comments like, but you seem so normal. And people don't respond like that to offend you, okay? They respond like that because what they're actually saying is, you seem so similar to me. I wouldn't expect that there would be something that you're challenged with. So I encourage you to hear it that way, because otherwise the walls come up and you start getting frustrated, and that totally changes the dynamic. Now, I'm not going to offer suggestions on when is a good time to disclose, because there are a lot of opinions around that, and each individual situation must be taken into consideration. There are no one-size-fits-all rules for disclosure, okay? But what I do want to share with you is an approach for how to disclose. Because this just came up in a conversation that I had a few moments ago, where someone was saying that she was opposed to labels, she doesn't agree with labels, and the people that are really afraid of labels the most are the ones that are concerned with judgment. They are afraid that they're going to be criticized negatively. So I was afraid of that too with my boys when I first learned that they had Asperger's and ADHD, and then myself learning that I had challenges. So I thought long and hard about what would be the most effective way to self-disclose and minimize the risk for me being stereotyped or me being judged. And this is what I came up with, okay? So when you decide to disclose to somebody else, you say, for example, ADHD. You would say, I have ADHD, and this is what it means for me. That's the first part, because otherwise you just throw the label out there, well, I have ADHD, or well, I have Asperger's, and you leave it hanging out there, and then the other person now has to assign meaning to that. They need to decide what ADHD means. And chances are they're going to go on Google if they haven't known anybody with ADHD, and they're going to find all the stereotypes and all the common things, and they're going to throw them on you, whether they apply or not. So you must control the story that they're telling themselves about what ADHD means. So it's essential that you say, I have ADHD, and this is what it means for me. Now, the second part of how you disclose. A lot of people will refer to their diagnosis, their disability, in terms of what they can't do. So let's say, well, I have ADHD, so I'm really scattered, I'm really forgetful, I'm really disorganized. But here's what I recommend. Because ultimately, we disclose because we want support. We want people to understand what our challenges are so they can help us out. So when you disclose, adding that piece is essential. So let's start from the beginning. I have ADHD, and this is what it means for me. And when you describe what it means for you, describe how they can help you. So you say, and this is what it means for me. I need memory aids like Google Calendar with regular reminders so I don't forget important appointments. I need written instructions because it's hard for me to remember things. I need people to help me organize my desk because I'm not sure what's the best way to do things. You see how this works? You disclose and you immediately give them solutions for how to support you. Because if all you say is, oh, I'm forgetful all the time, well, I'm disorganized, I'm always late for stuff, you're basically telling them that you don't have control of your life, that you're unreliable. You don't want to give that impression. You want to say, I have ADHD, this is what it means for me, these are the solutions I found, these are the supports that I need. So you are basically giving them a blueprint for how to support you. And if you're not sure what to say or how to give it out, write it down, brainstorm it, practice it a few times so that you have it readily available should the moment arise where you need to disclose. So this is my take on how to disclose whatever challenge you have, especially an invisible one, in a very empowered way where you can control the story and you make sure that you also disclose the way people can support you. So if this has been helpful for you, please comment below and let me know. If you have any questions at all about how to apply this to your life, your specific situation, go ahead and send me a private message. I'm more than happy to support you in this. And if you think there's anybody else that can benefit from this, by all means, share away, because we're here to help each other, right? This is Brian King, and we'll talk to you again soon.